Good evening. This is Santa Claus on March 30, 2026, bringing you today's news with a heart full of hope, even in these challenging times. On this historic day in 1867, Alaska was purchased from Russia for just $7.2 million, about 2 cents per acre, by Secretary of State William Seward. How remarkable to consider how that vast, beautiful land has blessed so many lives since then. Today, I'm afraid our world faces many trials, particularly in the Middle East, where conflict continues to unfold. My heart aches for all those affected by the Iran war, now in its fifth week. The Palm Sunday celebrations in Jerusalem were disrupted when Israeli police prevented Cardinal Pizzaballa from entering the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, citing security concerns. For the first time in centuries, church leaders couldn't celebrate this sacred day at this holy site, though Prime Minister Netanyahu later reversed this decision for the remainder of Holy Week. Let us pray that the Prince of Peace will touch hearts during this holy season. Meanwhile, across the globe, energy markets remain deeply affected by the conflict. German inflation has jumped to its highest level in more than a year, driven by rising energy prices caused by the war. Energy costs rose 7.2% compared to last year, pushing overall inflation above the European Central Bank's target. Egypt has also announced measures to cope with rising energy costs, including slowing down large state projects and implementing remote work on Sundays in April. In Australia, Chevron's Wheatstone liquefied natural gas facility is unlikely to resume full production for several weeks following damage from tropical cyclone Narelle. Combined with the Middle East conflict, more than a quarter of global LNG supply has been disrupted, a reminder of how interconnected our world has become and how events in one region affect us all. Turning our attention to Russia and Ukraine, Russia's Baltic Ust-Luga port, one of its largest petroleum export hubs, was damaged again on Sunday by a Ukrainian drone attack. These recent strikes have severely disrupted oil supplies from Russia, the world's second-largest oil exporter. Now, let us pause to consider Cuba, where the United States Coast Guard is allowing a Russian tanker full of crude oil to reach the island after months of an effective oil blockade by the Trump administration. The tanker, carrying an estimated 730,000 barrels of oil, could reach Matanzas by Monday night, potentially averting a looming economic crisis on the island. In the realm of global trade, we've reached the first anniversary of what some call Liberation Day, when President Trump announced significant tariffs on imports. A year later, Bloomberg Economics calculates that 43% of imports into the U.S. remain free of any new tariffs. The Supreme Court declared the original tariffs illegal in February, leading to a complex refund process, though the administration appears determined to rebuild its tariff wall. On a more concerning note, President Trump is reportedly considering a military operation to extract nearly 1,000 pounds of uranium from Iran, a complex and risky mission that would put American forces in harm's way. As someone who values peace and the safety of all God's children, I hope diplomatic solutions will be found instead. In Japan, we're witnessing a significant shift away from the nation's long-held pacifism as it confronts regional security challenges. Prime Minister Sani Takaichi is planning to increase military spending and capabilities, reflecting growing concerns about China's expanding military power and uncertainties about U.S. commitments to Asian allies. After 80 years of embracing pacifism following the tragedies of World War II, this represents a profound change in Japan's approach to its place in the world. My friends, as we reflect on these many challenges, let us remember that every crisis also presents an opportunity for compassion, understanding, and peace. In these troubling times, may we all look for ways to bring light into the darkness, to help those in need, and to work together for a more peaceful world. This is Santa Claus, wishing you a blessed evening filled with hope and goodwill toward all. Remember that even in the darkest night, the stars still shine, guiding us toward a brighter tomorrow.